let's talk about Jayden Daniels, who had an unbelievable rookie year with the Commanders that capped with that playoff win in Detroit. A shocker, right? We know that the Lions hoped it out with the turnovers and whatnot.
What you call Jared Goff again?
Jared Tennis, right, with the 4 turnovers. But you get my point. He still had to cash them in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like they were pick sixes and he didn't do anything. He still played well in that playoff game. But year number 2, and we knew that there was going to be some growing pains there, but now he's dealing with injuries and is not playing.
He's dealing with some real pain.
Yeah, playing for game 3.
Yeah, so like you guys mentioned there, Jayden Daniels, 24 years old. He's officially been ruled out for Week 3. Dan Quinn, the head coach of the Commanders, let us know that earlier this week. Marcus Mariota is going to be getting to start in his place. You know, we miss him. Good.
I used to have one of those phones.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
That's a Motorola. I'm sorry.
It's just disrespectful.
Yo, that was good. That's 2 days in a row you've been on fire.
But look, if you guys remember, a concern about Daniels when he was coming into the league, when he was a rookie last year, was his slighter frame. He's only 210 pounds at 6'3". How that would hold up against NFL
skinny
physicality.
on television.
He does, right?
Doesn't he? And television puts weight on you.
Not him.
So there were concerns about how he would handle the physicality of NFL, and now you guys remember he already missed time last year, and now he's been ruled out for Week 3 here. So the question is, are you guys concerned for his long-term durability?
No. A couple of reasons why. One of the advantages of growing up short, growing up slender, growing up big, is you know your limitations, right? You know what you can and can't do. You kind
Are you
of know
talking
how to
about
do
you
things.
when you were 4 foot tall in high school?
No, get it right. 4'11".
4'11"
I was
in high
4'11" in high school. Can you believe that? Whoa!
Ian,
Mary, you laughing way too hard, man.
Mary, you know, there were
I'm
chicks.
a woman.
There were chicks who were like trying to pick him up.
No, what do you mean trying? They did.
Oh, you're so cute.
I would talk to the juniors and the seniors and be like, "What's up, girl? You know, what's up, baby? You know, like, oh, little boy, you so cute. Come here. When you get older, when you get a little older, you can call me on my Mariota phone."
That's why his nickname was Webster back then. I'm just saying.
No, we would have had somebody else in the '90s. Who we had? Who else? Who was short in the '90s?
I know.
Martin, maybe Martin Lawrence, Martin Payne on the show. But what I'm saying is, you know who you are. You know what you can and can't do. You know what works for you. And I think Jayden Daniels has been Jayden Daniels his whole life. He's been little. He's been thinner. He's played some top-notch big football from obviously Pee Wee leagues through high school into college and now in the pros. Now, also what's beneficial for him is the rules in which we playing now. You can't hit him high. You can't hit him low. You can't gang tackle. You can't put your weight on him. You can't slam quarterbacks down. You can't put hands to the face. You can't do anything to quarterbacks. So if we were having this conversation, and you know I kept bringing up because I watched the America's Team, that Cowboys documentary. If he was playing with the Steve Young, Troy Aikman era, the Brett Favre, that late 80s, early 90s, mid-90s,
Phil Simms, all those guys they all got beat up.
Joe Theismann in the 80s.
I want you to know, like, when they changed the rule, and I was covering football, NFL back then, the in the grasp, when they used to just grab the quarterback and they would give it they would give him a sack. Because so many guys were getting hurt and they don't want their star quarterbacks, you know. So if you grabbed his jersey, they used to play. It would be a sack. In the grasp is what it was called. And now, because you don't want to lose these guys.
100%. So my point is, that's why I'm saying, if we were having a discussion 15, 20 years ago, I'd be like, oh, I don't know if he's going to make it. We've seen a bunch of other quarterbacks. I mean, Matthew Stafford's lost a lot of weight now, if you know, the last handful of years. I don't know if he went vegan or something, but he's slender. There's a handful of slender guys. Not everybody is. I mean, Lamar Jackson was too slender, remember, in the beginning of his career, everybody said. So Jayden has more than enough time to put on a few extra pounds, 10 pounds of muscle. So I'm not overly concerned. And he knows also, lastly, when he runs, he's good at kind of getting out the way, sliding through, getting out of bounds. He's gotten better at that. So I don't have any real concerns, and I expect him to kind of get back and keep playing ball. He's playing all right. The team hadn't won anything yet, but he's playing pretty good thus far for a season and 2 games.
I understand. I'm probably in your camp, but if I'm Washington, I am monitoring and making sure that they have to protect this guy because he isn't that big. And you know, you got something special going on, right? After the first year especially. And we knew, me and you both were on the page that it wasn't going to be as easy as it looked. Because remember, he's like completing, 70-some-odd% of his passes. I mean, it was incredible, really.
12-5.
Yeah, I mean, what a start to an NFL career. And then a big playoff win on the road in a situation where you're almost 10-point underdogs. But yeah, I'm with you. I think that the league will adjust. We're seeing all of these guys hurt now. It for me, it takes a little something off the game. I'm
absolutely
watching backups just doesn't. It just doesn't. I'm into the NFL. I get it, but I don't want to see Marcus Mariota. I don't. I'm being honest.
You don't want to see Tyrod Taylor?
I don't want to see Tyrod Taylor. I don't. I would like to see, and I get it. Injuries are a part of the game, and I'm not being ridiculous saying, no one's ever going to get hurt. But when you start to see so many guys get banged up, but his slight frame, and maybe he doesn't have his man body all the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he'll put on some weight. He's not going to be,
He should put on, but they're going to.
Because he's 23, right? He's young.
Steph Curry.
Ian, you're going to gain some weight at some point, too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I hope not too much, but yeah, I know
you're
what you
going
mean.
to put some weight on.
You're so Californian. I don't want to put in too much weight. I didn't eat. Can you get a knife for my donut? I'm going to cut my donut.
I'm originally
in thirds.
from New York, so it's not like I fit
You've
the,
been here
the
long.
California
No, you've been
stereotype.
here long enough. You've been here long enough.
True.
It happens quick.
I
First time here, people start cutting donuts,
I already
Rob.
know when I go to New York or go to Detroit and I'm cold and whatnot. They're like, "Oh, dude, you've been out there too long."
Man, it's 62 degrees.
Exactly,
You over
it ain't
here.
cold, right?
Yeah, you too, Mary. We all got Californianized real quick. Stop it, Mary. She's talking about thumbs down. When I tell you the moment when I saw grown men, big beards, and yeah, man, I brought in a box of donuts, man. Have at it. I came back 2 hours later.
Donuts
I
still
brought
sitting
out the donuts. Got it right here. Have at it. Yeah, man. I just, right now, I just, Yeah, no, I got some. I got my fourth. I cut a fourth.
Yeah, there's plenty left in there as we speak.
If you were in the Midwest, those donuts would have been
it would have
inhaled.
been a fight for those donuts. I'm serious. He knows it's a real lifestyle change when you move here. With that being said, but another thing, you brought up something. Going back to the Commanders, one of the reasons why I think they are going to be very smart, very proactive, and making the best decisions is because your favorite guy, RG3. And they had something special there after his rookie year, and everybody's
He
like,
played really well that rookie
year.
Yeah.
City, the whole DC area, DMV area is excited. They got something going on. Then he tries to come back, and they force him out there, and he's playing and not protecting him. And he shreds his knee and was never the same. I do think that stays in the back of your head if you're that organization. And I think you say, oh, we look like we got a guy again. We're going to be very cautious with this. No, I'm good. I just want to come in. Hey. We're going to take our time and make sure you're ready, you're fully healthy, and you're right, because it's a dangerous game already. You can get hurt at any point already, and we're not going to go through this again where we lose our franchise player like we did with RG3. So I do think that's in the back of the Commanders' heads as they make these decisions moving forward with him.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think you have to protect him. You have to be err on the side of caution, right?
Mm-hmm.
To make sure that you don't put him out there. Of course, they want him to play, right? They don't want to go to Marcus Mariota. I mean, you don't want to play your backup unless you absolutely
It's a solid
have
backup to have.
No, I know, but
worse.
I'm just saying. But this ain't the start you had a year ago.
No, you know what? And I kind of want to, just in case we take a longer dive on this, maybe Monday after the games. But I'll just say this: you mentioned the backups. I do believe there are reasons why we're seeing some of these injuries, and I think a part of that is teams following the Sean McVay and the Rams of we ain't playing nobody this preseason. No, you remember it used to be you play a quarter, then maybe we're gonna play the first half, and then the third game we play like 2 quarters, 3 quarters. Now they're not playing anybody, and Ephraim was on as a former offensive lineman talking about I need my rhythm with the quarterback. I need to be in sync. I need to feel live action. I got Micah Parsons chasing me down. I mean, coming at us. We got to have that. And I think some of these offensive line play has not been great. And I think that's been a part of why some quarterbacks haven't had the productivity because they're scrambling for their lives more than usual. And also they're not being protected at the best because I think these teams are not fully where they are without having a lot of.
So you think it's that?
Yeah, I think that's why I said I was going to kind of save it if we get a little deeper into it after the weekend games, but I absolutely believe that's why we're seeing quarterbacks are running like crazy for their lives. Everybody's getting C.J. Stroud and J.J. and the Bears, Caleb Williams and a handful of the other guys. Bo Nix, guys are running for their life. And I think a lot of that's because teams aren't in sync yet. Offensive linemen aren't in sync. They haven't. Yeah, we've practiced, but I haven't had live action with the guys coming to kill my quarterback I'm trying to protect. And I think that's why quarterbacks have been a little off, a little scrambling, getting hit more than normal.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough spot to be in.